In the lawn care world, there is a dedicated group of individuals highlighting the unsung heroes, maintaining positivity and order. From memes and pro tips to giveaway trucks, they serve an important role in the green industry. These are their stories.
All right, so we are back with another Behind the Stripe. We've just been busy. It's been a little crazy out
It's
here.
been a while.
You know, Trevor's been making me do real lawn care, apparently.
Yeah.
Faking it 1-2 days a week for the last 10 plus 15 years, whatever it is. It's obviously not good enough for our
Not
watchers and
anymore.
listeners. So we had to move across the country
Not
and
anymore.
all in because half in don't cut it, they say.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
but today we're trying to get one out. Like we got a schedule. If you want to be on the show, get on. We don't want to just get a bunch of famous and good looking people. We want regular people too. So, if you listen to this one, send us an email, send us a DM somewhere and we'll get you on here and we'll shoot the shit, they say. But today we're just gonna talk about a little bit of the move, a little bit of how's it like doing full-time lawn care and in Montana and couple
Yeah.
odd net things. Trevor's becoming a sheriff, so it's like, it's gonna be a good
We
episode.
might become sheriffs. That would be cool.
So I mean, we can just jump into that. So I was on a marketplace and met this guy who was buying a vacuum because I've been going through like vacuums left and right with all this sand redoing the cabin. And the guy's son's running for commissioner out here, not livestock commissioner, because I got a little excited with that one. But his son's like talking about, he's a volunteer Ravalli County sheriff, and I was
Very
like, dude,
cool.
that's pretty cool. Like, what do I got to do to get into that? So basically, the guy is going to vouch for me, and I think I can walk right into this. Now, this is like full blown deputized
Yeah.
Ravalli County, Montana sheriff. You get a gun, you get a badge, you get a ticket book, and you got to work 1 day a month for free. Obviously, would have gave them 2 if they asked. But it's like that's pretty freaking sick. Like to be a
Yeah, why not?
sheriff. So, I tell Trevor about it. Obviously, he can't let me just have the glory. So he wants to be. I don't know if you get partners out here. Like, I don't know if they put us together.
I feel like it would be weird if a guy comes in from Maryland and just becomes like a voluntary sheriff without having a local guy next to you to help you out and show you around here and there.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's like, honestly, like most of the people keep saying to me in my DMs, it's like, Ken, you look and seem more Montana than Trevor. And I'm like, look, first of all, that's a little disrespectful to my friend.
You do
Okay.
live on a dirt road. I live on pavement.
I mean, you're about to get new pavement, which is
New
even more
pavement coming in.
aggravating.
That's exciting. We're
He's gonna
pumped
have
for that.
brand new pavement, and I'm on a private dirt bumpy road,
Well, the city
Uh,
knew, they heard about the merger with Stripe Life Montana, and they said, we better blacktop that road to his driveway.
This is pretty cool. Now, the last thing I need is another unpaid job, but I mean, we're talking full blown guns and ammo here. I mean, like this could change
You
our
got
whole
to.
personalities,
You got to.
you know?
Yeah, I
So
mean, we could wear the badge while we're mowing just in case something
I mean,
happens.
the possibilities are endless for content. I mean, I don't know about you, like we're pretty safe out here, but if I become a sheriff, I feel like I legally have to carry my sidearm now, like while we're mowing,
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean,
So
I can just imagine some of the tasks we'd be set off with, maybe chasing some moose off a lawn or chasing down a stray dog through town, or maybe
I
even
mean,
like a
let
high
us
school
know, like,
shoplifter.
would you volunteer and become a sheriff? I mean, a Montana sheriff just sounds like I'm watching a movie right now. Like, is this guy like really a Montana sheriff? And then
Now,
who knows? I mean, hey, maybe we become full-time SWAT guys. I mean, we get Trevor putting up that 225 video finally, and they might just bump him right up the ladder, because he's a
yeah,
little
yeah,
lean.
and I'll shave the beard and just start growing the mustache big, and we're good to go.
But let us know, in the comments if that's something that you would do. I think it's sick. Now we have a light on Trevor's truck, on our main work truck right now, our rig. So it's like now we might legally be able to make it red and blue,
It's green and white right now,
And
but
that's
red
all
and
you
blue
need, a guy to
seems
pull us
nice.
over while we're mowing and he starts talking shit. It's like, look, first of all, lower your tone. Okay. I'm a sheriff too. you know? It's like respect the
or,
badge.
or
Respect the
maybe we
badge.
can pull some people over while we're out
You
mowing,
know?
the
And
the the the
it's
lawn truck.
another thing you got to watch out for is we went to that MKC Open and we had a couple people there. Okay, I'm 2,400 miles away from home, and they're recognizing your boy. So now you got that Stripe Life Montana fame, but now you're gonna get the badge bunnies. So it's like,
Yep.
look, this is gonna be tough. We gotta be good out here. But we're
Yeah.
doing this. We're doing this.
We might have to get some kind of security.
Can you imagine? Well, we are the security. We're sheriffs.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, let us know if you would become a sheriff. And but dude, I'm serious. Like, I think it's 80 hours of training. The guy said.
I think it sounds fun. Yeah, I think it sounds
Yeah,
cool.
as long as we pass the psychological test, we're in. And
Hey, and your boy can shoot a gun. So
yes, I mean, I'm definitely like, I don't. What do they give us? Like a revolver or something? Can I use my my tricked out Glock or what?
yeah, I think that you are required. If I remember right, it was a 19. Glock 19 is what
Nice.
you're.
And your guy, I'm pretty sure he because what is this? Is this your uncle, right? That is
Yeah.
is joining in. So
Yeah, he's in
has
the
he not
force in Missoula
started
now.
yet?
No,
Did he not?
he's on the beat, man. He's going.
Because I said, hey, my buddy's like uncle is about to start, and he's like SWAT from somewhere else, and he's like, I guess he's the only like new coming SWAT guy. So he's like, oh yeah, what's his name? I think I know this. I know this guy. I've heard of this, and I was like, yeah, well, he's basically
He was a big deal. Yeah, his people from San Diego or LA called everybody here, and like they immediately contacted him and wanted him on right away. So I mean, I don't know.
Let us know what you think about your boys being sheriffs, maybe partners, but it's like, it's volunteer work. So he might be
Starsky and Hutch.
he
I see
might
it.
be wrangling up some pigs, and I might be getting a stray moose, or who knows.
I will let
Obviously,
you have the moose calls.
they're probably going to put me in for the bigger stuff, because I'm younger
Fair.
and in better shape. So it's like,
Yeah.
Ken, I need you to go handle this problem at the rodeo.
Hey, as a native Montanan, I would gladly hand over those tasks to you, buddy. You can have them.
We'll be on turkey patrol.
Yeah, let's talk about that MKC grand opening, though. That was wild. That was pretty cool. We got to meet some pretty insane people.
To give you guys an idea, this was like a mini expo. There was thousands and thousands of people
They
there.
said like 6,500 people.
Okay, so thousands of people. Now this is like a big hunting scene, basically. MKC makes hunting knives. They're also going to start doing folders and custom stuff and kitchen stuff, but their bread and butter was hunting knives. So Trevor's sitting there. We're in line to do a tour of the whole facility, which is sick, and to see every aspect of putting this blade together. They nearly do every aspect in house now, right there in Montana. But
yeah, damn near all of it except for the Cerakote. I think
we're in this like hour-long line outside at like 8 a.m. and every 2 seconds, Trevor is just fanboying and leaving the line. And I was like, where are you going now?
Your boy's got to go talk to Cam Haynes.
But
man, I mean, we're talking Remy
like,
Warren, Cam Haynes.
Imagine the expo, the lawn care expo, and you got Chase going by, you got SB going by, you got all these monster name people that you watch are going by. I don't know who the hell anybody is. So Trevor's coming over like giddy. He's like, oh my God, I've been watching this guy since I was 10 years old. And I was like, all right, well, stay in line, because these people behind me, I can feel them. Like they're getting mad. And
they're giving us the eyes. Yeah. And then my buddy comes and jumps in line with us.
Literally got pictures with everybody from Black Rifle Coffee. So if you know
Evan Hafer, Matt Best, sat and talked with those boys. It was cool.
I knew who Evan was. I know a little bit. I didn't know the other two, trained assassins. But
Andy Stump.
Evan is this guy has a public traded company, probably the richest guy in surrounding area, and couldn't have been more down to earth and cool and talked to us. And I was eyeing him up and summing him up. I was like, look, this guy's small. Like this guy.
Like my size.
After we left, I found out he was a Green Beret, which is what Rambo was. Okay. And I was like, the whole time there, I'm like, man, this guy is rich as hell. He is cool as hell. And then I'm like, you know what? Like doing the normal guy thing, like I could take him. I could kick his ass. And then I go home and I'm like, Green Beret, isn't that was Rambo? And but yeah, his whole team is what is it? It's a Ranger, a Green Beret, and a Navy SEAL.
Yep, there's some SEALs in there too. But yeah, it's very humble, very cool people, but killers.
That's
Killers.
why, like, nowadays with mixed martial arts, like, you can really get yourself in trouble. If those 3 guys came walking out of a bar and me and my 6-foot-tall friends
Start
came, I'd
talking a
be
little
like,
shit.
my baseball team, girl, I'd be like, we would whoop these guys' ass. Next thing you know, we are, like,
You're
literally
in an
hanging
arm
on.
bar.
He's got one of us crying, like, say something, say it's like, bro, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah. Say
Just
uncle.
literally trained assassins everywhere up there. We got to do the tour. Coolest part was Josh jumped up on a Frenchtown
Fire
truck
Yeah.
and was just talking, and Evan talked, and
Yeah, Evan gave
wild
him
to see.
a custom one-off staccato from, I think Jack Carr got all the Black Rifle Coffee guys that, if I remember right, but that gun was wicked. Yeah.
That hell of a. Well, I moved my whole family out here. I didn't even get a Glock 10mm from Trevor. I had to buy my own Glock.
No, we
like,
bought you a steak dinner though.
yeah, that
That's
was a
pretty
good
good.
dinner. It was a good,
And
probably
actually,
as much as a damn Glock.
and I mean, all you know, all reality confession, that was not bought by us. That was Steven from Lawn Buddy that bought that steak for you. So
Yeah,
he bought one for us as well. Thank you, Steven.
that
If
was
you
good.
need a CRM, reach out to Lawn Buddy. They are
And
the best.
again, this episode is brought to you by Trevor.
Green Frog. Yes, Green Frog
Frog
Web
Web Design.
Design. We
We're gonna have to
love
have him on
their
here.
website.
I made a good video for them the other day, and just a quick pitch for you guys. Like, a lot of guys, how do I get more clients? How do I get myself out there? How do I grow? And a lot of people will tell you, oh, it's all word of mouth. Word of mouth is great once you're established, once you're rolling. But if you're trying to get eyes on you, 90+% of everybody goes to the internet to find, like I'm doing the same thing. I'm getting my cabin worked on. I'm trying to find an electrician. I go to Google, and
Yes, you do.
same thing. So if I'm looking for lawn care or landscaping and you're not on the internet, I'm not calling you. So Green Frog Web Design got us hooked up, got Canada's page hooked up. We're getting calls, we're getting eyes on there, and we're turning those calls into cash. So
Yeah,
make
we've
sure you
got a
check them
lot
out.
of people that have called, and we try to ask everybody when they do call how they found us, and we've got a lot of people talking about our website, not only saying
Yeah.
they found us from our website, but also complimenting us on how great our website is. So
Yeah, and our motto.
check them out.
They love our motto, and
Yeah, who
being
came up with that?
a long time Montanan. Is that what we call ourselves out here, Montanan?
Yeah, you can't claim native, but we can call you a Montanan.
I'm not native, but I have a Montana driver's license. So we are, it's big sky country. So
Mhm.
big skies, bigger standards. And like people are eating that up with a spoon out here. It is just great,
That's right. That's right, and it's true. We that's the motto we live by now.
Yeah, most people we ask them, "Hey, did you hear about us from the website or just Ken being world famous?" And it's like 50-50,
50 sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
sometimes our other guy, Steve, he gets a little bit of recognition. We had a customer come out of their house and say, "Oh my
now
gosh,
let's
one of your
let
guys is on TikTok." And I was like, "Yeah, Ken." And they're like, "No,
let's
Steve."
talk about Steve for a minute. So Trevor has this guy that basically just loves to weed whack, okay?
Stevie
Which
Sunshine.
for most people that they don't like, they'll do it. It's part of the job. I'm not gonna. Hey, Trevor says, "Hey, I need you to trim. I need you, whatever." We're all a team.
He's got the Edge
Um,
Pro out a couple times.
but he built this guy up to be like immortal. Okay, this guy, all he wants to do is trim. He's gonna outwork you. What's he? 55?
55. Yeah, he just turned 55.
Correctional officer.
Yep, he was a retired corrections officer. He ran one of
400
the
push-ups a
hardest.
day.
Yeah, he ran one of the hardest prisons down there in Florida and dealt with some bad dudes. So
I didn't know what to expect with this guy, but so far these guys got me afraid to walk in my own woods. I have to triple lock my doors at night. I'm sleeping double glocked up because I've been watching missing 411s. I don't know if you guys have ever
check
heard
it
of
out,
that.
guys.
Okay, it's like national parks. People go missing. People go missing when they're hiking, and that's all we do out here. It's all you can do out here.
Yep.
Another thing is Steve's very religious, and I'm consider myself a Christian. Went to Christian school, and we try not to go crazy, but so all we do is talk about missing people in the woods, different things about Jesus, and
The
Bigfoot.
occasional Bigfoot. Yep.
And Bigfoot. So it's like, do
'Cause
you
why
believe
not?
in Bigfoot? Because the guys I work with, it's mandatory. It was on the job application. If you said
Yep.
no, we're moving on to the next guy.
We skipped him.
But
Yeah.
check out these missing 411s. I think it's called The Hunted, and the other one's National Parks, and then go for a long walk in the woods. And
Yeah,
you let
shout out to Sasquatch Chronicles too. That's
you
a
know.
good little podcast if you want to have some fun and just get the hair standing up on the back of your neck.
So out here, it's like I've been switching the podcast more. That's why we're really trying to get these out here for you guys, because I know, you can only shuffle Creed so many times when you're doing full time. It's tough. But
Yikes.
shout out Scott Stapp. But we're trying to get these out because now I'm seeing the light. Like when I would only go out for 2 days a week, hey, I could listen to Creed and a couple different things. But what I didn't understand was now we have tons of hours. We're putting so many hours out there. I need something else. So Trevor's got me on all these different podcasts, Joe
Yep.
Rogan's I can listen to, and you name it, aliens, mostly aliens or Bigfoot or or something. But we want to get these out there for you guys. But Steve is crazy. I mean, the guy's 55. He's
It's out of the
semi-retired.
truck before either of us.
Well, I'm in the back seat, so I could open the door and block him, but out of respect, I let him go by me first. But this guy, if you had a lawn care company, okay, and I we were joking the other day because we're building our second truck and getting the second route a little bit ready. I mean, we got our first route like jam packed. We've got 4 10-hour days plus, and
Jam packed.
and you're talking about the lawn care Olympics. We've got the best weed whacking guy in the history of the world that like doesn't take a break, that pees in bottles, that is
Yeah.
trying. He's mad if it's raining.
Let us
like,
know if you pee in bottles, guys.
why are we stopping? Like this guy wants to work. And Trevor, I'll admit he's a pretty decent worker, lays down a pretty decent stripe,
Got a couple
but
Stripe Kings.
we've got we've got 3 guys that are like turning out yards in no time. But if you were to pick a guy, this guy Steve, man, is like, and we were joking because it's like, yeah, well, if we do a second truck, like I call Steve, like I need Steve just to survive out here. But
When I was telling you we were going to do 2 trucks at the beginning, and I was trying to explain to you that I have a guy that I'm going to throw on the truck with you that is like the all-star of all-stars. And you understand what I mean now. Like I could say everything I need to about the guy, but you won't understand until you work with him.
yeah, I mean, it's nice. The hard thing with any business, but especially lawn care, because we have earlier hours and stuff like that. Conditions are outside. It's cold. It's wet. It's snowing. You need people to show up more.
Yep.
Like 90% of the battle in work is just showing up. Once you get there, you're there and you're going to get the job done. But, I do beat him to work most days, which, I'm an early bird. I get places early, but the guy shows up and I tell you what, he's telling us he's only got like 7 years or so before he's finally going to be done. And
It's gonna
I
be a
don't know
sad
if,
day.
I don't know if legally we can not let him retire. So we're going to look into that and,
Well,
see
if we're
we can.
sheriffs, I mean, we
Yeah,
might be able to.
actually, great point. Like, look, Steve, I know you want to retire. You put in your time, you put in your work. You're 60 something now, but if you retire,
right there.
we're gonna pull you over every day, okay? And
Yeah.
legally, we can write you tickets. Hell, we
I
can
don't want to
arrest-
make your life harder.
Yeah, look,
I don't want to make your life harder. Come to work.
just keep working, and we'll not end it, with our badges.
Yeah. We'll see. I feel like he's the type of guy where people are going to be pushing him to retire, and he's going to still be showing up to work every day, outworking everybody. So
Can you
We'll see.
imagine this? Like, we got a good chance of being at the Equip Expo with our sheriff cowboy hats on. I mean,
Guys,
uh,
that
uh,
I think the hair just stood up on the back of my neck
I
for
mean-
a second. That's
I
pretty
mean
cool.
that's pretty sick. And again, they can't be like, Ken, why do you really need this shotgun on your back and a six shooter on your side? Like, first of all, you're gonna respect the badge.
Yes.
Show some respect.
Yep.
But yeah,
Shine
I mean,
my shoes.
we've got a lot of cool things going. I will tell you, full time compared to part time. Is it something I can't handle? No. And I guess
No,
to
you're
finally
killing
put
it.
it out there. So my first week of going full time.
What happened?
So
on that
I don't
first
know
week?
Montana. I don't know. The weather's a little bit different. Full time, I'm using stand-ons more than anything. I may have flipped over Trevor's UTV. Okay. First
Yeah.
week of work. So
Because why
Right.
not?
we're not going to
'Cause
get
why
into it long. Just going to make it short and sweet. First of all, he's got a Polaris Razor that has an obvious defect on the right side. It was me and my wife. I'm twice what she weighs, just about, all muscle. And from a dig doing a burnout and like sunk in this hole in the field, and it popped up real quick. So I'm going 5 miles per hour, popped up on its side. I'm riding on 2 wheels for a while because I'm like, this is not happening. I'm going to save this. And all my weight's on this side. And then it just plopped over. And so from afar, it's like, oh, okay, like that is the weakest looking accident I've ever seen.
And I didn't see it. I heard it. He was behind us.
Yeah. It was hard to hear over your wife cracking up for a while,
Yeah. Yep, she saw everything.
It literally looked like nothing, but the problem is your boy didn't have his seatbelt on, and the Razor has like a shit stick, so the passenger holds onto the straight bar. And when it plopped over, I fell right onto the side of that metal handlebar, and it went right on the inside of my knee, and then dragged down my groin. Thank God the hoo-ha didn't get damaged, or the boys, but it hurt so bad. I won't tell you how Trevor reacted to it out of, respect for the business right now, but
yeah, there might have been words for a second until I realized he may be injured.
The worst part was getting scolded by Trevor's 5-year-old son. He's like,
My
Mr.
5-year-old
Ken,
son gave it to him the
Mr.
worst.
Ken, why did you do that? And I'm
Why
like,
would you do that, Ken?
Mr. Ken, why would you do that? And I was like, look, buddy, like I might need surgery on my leg right now. And my leg, the inside of my knee had a tennis ball. This looked like a Dr. Pimple Popper tennis ball cyst removal. Thank God that just put some ice on it and it came back. I could bend down. I was like, look, nothing's broken. We're good. But my groin was on fire. And then the next
we
morning,
were concerned about your wife. Everybody was concerned about your wife, and she was fine. And
she does have
once
like
she
a permanent marble now on her forehead that
when I said she was fine, I mean she was fine.
She just hit her head. But it's like
we forgot to think about whether or not Ken could be injured. So we were trying to tell him to get the hell out of the car so we could flip it back over. And then he started talking about maybe his leg hurt, and it was like,
I don't know if I can walk right now. Like,
wait, are you okay?
Like, Grayson, calm down a minute, buddy. Let me get out of this, and then you can write me a ticket. But
everything was fine. The side by side was fine.
Worst part is the next day, which was our last day of our first work week. The last day of our first work week, I gotta be at the shop at 6 a.m. We have a commercial day, and it's like 4:45 in the morning. And Trevor texts me, "Hey, how you doing?" I sent him at this point, my entire groin is pitch black, and I have like what you would call very muscular but pale turkey legs, and it was pitch black. Like,
he's not exaggerating about that. It was, nasty.
Literally from like the nuts down to like mid shin is like a black leg. And I know what people are thinking, a lot, black from the waist down. Yeah, we've got that before. But literally black from the waist down on that side. That was a rough day. I'm riding a 36-inch Ferris Z1, so it's like you're constantly leaning up against the pad, and
we didn't slow down.
I can't slow down because I got this 55-year-old guy, Steve, just waiting for me to like say something. And I didn't even want to tell him. I said, Trevor, don't tell Steve. When I got out, I was like, ugh, and he's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, nothing. I don't want to talk about it. Nothing.
Yeah, we made him walk probably a good, quarter mile from your house down to the bus stop to jump in the truck that day too.
Got the blackness running out of there for a little bit. Flowing, but I feel like the first week wouldn't have been too bad. They've got some amazing, we've got some amazing accounts, and I don't like real big commercial accounts. I like bobbing and weaving. I like moving and grooving. I want to get to an account and we move lightning fast, and we'll cut an acre yard in 20 minutes and we're in and out, and we're making money. Now, it's a great account, but that hospital, they got a whole hospital that's like, here's a football field, there's a football field, here's 4 different complexes. And to me, it just gets a little confusing. And
9 rentals.
It's like you're at the same spot for like 3 hours. And to me, it's like, that's the only one that really feels like work.
Yeah. And you got to do the 9 rentals yesterday for the first time too. On top of that.
That's another thing. Like when you cut a place, it's not like you pull up and it's like, oh, here's 12 Smith Street. Here you go, knock it out. It's like a cluster of rentals and properties and buildings, and you have no idea.
Little islands here, there.
It's so that was a little different,
Yeah.
Because I've always wondered where the hell you guys are at. I'm like, look, because I've never even seen I go to these big football
We
field
kick Ken
areas.
out by himself on one
Yeah.
side of the property, and
And
Steve
I've
and I
never
go the
seen
other
the other
way.
side in all these rentals, so I had to cut them the other day, and I always get done, I get out to this big side, and I'm like, "Dude, I've been literally cutting 2 football fields, a helicopter pad, whatever, dermatology building. Where are these guys? These guys at, like, a fucking breakfast spot? Are they just, like, hanging out and fucking with me?"
Just blazing through 10 other properties and
Yeah.
islands.
But now I saw it, so now I'm like, "Alright, maybe that's where these guys are at now,"
Yeah.
'cause that takes a while.
When with Steve, there's no slacking. I mean, it's a race all day. So I mean, every single day, it's a race to get a little bit further ahead of you than we were the week before. So it's like, even if I want to slow down, that guy is like pushing you so hard. I mean, even this morning, you saw it's pouring rain, like literally pouring rain. And who is the one pushing us into the truck? I was kind of
And see,
going,
that's the problem. I feel like, if a normal person went to a normal state and joined up with a normal lawn care company, this wouldn't be as stressful. We're working on the cabin, my family's gone, and it's months without your family, and it's months in a little shack cabin. But it's working with these two like freaking weirdos, man. These guys literally, like, you get to a job that's like a half acre, an acre, and they're like, "Look, we did this in 7 minutes last time.
we're
We
doing it in
need
5.
we need to do better." I'm like, "Look, can I eat an orange real quick? Can you guys breathe? Like, is there
Meanwhile,
somebody
Steve's got a
behind us?
mower
Like,
unloaded already.
who's chasing us? Where's the fire?" Like, what do they say? Enjoy the mow. There's no enjoying the mow out here. It's you could be better, you could be faster. And I'm
Mhm.
like, Steve, like, you get paid by the hour. You might want to slow down a little bit because you're killing yourself here. Like, you're
He's
racing
ready to
the clock.
go. How many more can we do? We can do 35 today, you guys. We can do
Literally peeing.
35.
These guys pee in bottles. Do you guys pee in bottles? Let me know. But
Let us know in the comments. Do you pee in bottles, guys? We don't have time to stop. There's only 4 or 5 gas stations on the strip. Sometimes you're far away from there. You're not going to
yeah.
go in somebody's backyard. So I just open a couple doors on the truck and squeeze in there and pee in a
And then
cup.
the stand-ons, and we have the best stand-on in the game with the Ferris Z3X and the Ferris Z1.
Yes, we do.
You're
We just got
talking
a new one.
full suspension stand-on, basically. The only one of its kind. And it still bumps my bladder like crazy. Like, I think I peed myself a couple times last week, just a little bit. But it's like
Yep.
a mix of, like, you can't really pee that easy mixed with cold weather and the stand-ons and getting older now. It's like, man, this is like, it's been a battle. It's been a
Yeah.
battle.
But it's good for you, you
But
know?
I work with 2 people that you literally can't complain about anything, and I'm a complainer.
We don't allow it.
I built half my empire on complaining about being old and tired and heavy and whatever, and now I got 2 guys that if you even they look at you and they can tell, "Oh, well, he just, carried that 90/10 for like 8 miles. He might be a little tired," but it's
Mhm.
like, you can't say anything. You
No.
just keep it moving. Keep it moving.
No, yeah, and it's just it keeps the daylight. We laugh, we joke, we give each other a hard time, and before you know it, you're out of the truck and you've just done 30 jobs and you're going home and it's Friday. So
And I mean, that's like just like in sports or in the military or whatever else, you're only as strong as your weakest teammate. So it's one of those things that I consider myself an expert at lawn care. I've been cutting forever, been trimming forever. Now I use an Edge
mhm.
Pro, but it doesn't still counts. So it's like if I'm the weakest link out here, then we're a powerhouse
We're doing pretty damn
because
good.
we're almost moving like too fast. And then it's like, you know how it is. Like I make that meme. It's like, oh, we got room for one more. You think we got room for one more? And it's like,
Every
next
single
thing you
day we
know,
say that.
you're just adding. Next thing you know, it's like we've got 10 more yards on this day that we said was full. And we're just moving like lightning fast. And
Mhm.
I think that's the key. If you have 3-man, like 2-man, I had before I had this kid for like almost a whole season. And it was great. Like he's trimming, I'm cutting, and I'm blowing, it's over. And with 3 guys, I think that's the ultimate. If you can have
It
3-man
is.
teams,
It's a sweet spot for sure.
I mean, you can knock out 20 to 50 yards a day. And again, it all depends on the size of them. But, that's the thing. Like people in lawn care, oh, well, I do 100 yards a week. I do 30 yards a week. Well, we count 1 yard at like one account is that hospital, but the
Like
hospital has
8 acres, 10 acres.
9 houses,
Yeah.
multiple football fields and buildings. So it's like if we divided that up, we'd have 60 yards that day.
Yeah. Literally,
You know?
it would like I think if you divided that up and you said, "Oh, half acres per yard per account," we would be doing like 40 to 50 yards that day on our Tuesdays.
That is
So,
and we're cutting we're cutting a lot more commercial than I've ever done. I've only cut 2 commercials
Like
before.
50% of our stuff is commercial out of like our
Yeah,
70, 80 some accounts.
and,
And we do that in 4 days.
right on the side of the road. Right on the side of the road, little Papa Murphy's, little pizza
Mhm.
place, putting little diamonds on it, like,
Up
it's
Smurfs, the
a bunch of
Enterprise.
banks. It's,
Yep, Farmers Banks. We've got a lot of stuff. And then we've also, guys, we're adding this week, possibly tomorrow, if not next week, is MKC. So we will be doing that account there at the Black Rifle Coffee Company.
yeah.
So your guys are we are joining
The
up with
problem is they're probably
MKC
not
and
gonna
Black
be
Rifle
open.
Coffee.
They're probably not even open till,
They'll
like,
they'll they'll make us a coffee. It's Stripe Life. They'll
what
make
do
us a
you think
coffee.
that they open, though? You
I
know?
think they open at 6. I think
6
they open at
AM?
6. Yeah, so
Okay,
I think
'cause
we'll be able to get a
it's
coffee because we'll be
breakfasty
there about
coffee.
opening, yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and they
talk
have
about a
breakfast
brilliant
sandwiches.
move, though, to have coffee and sandwiches. They have sandwiches, all sorts of stuff,
Mhm.
but it's
You
like
can
it
grab
gets you in the
yourself a knife,
door,
a hat,
sneaks you in the door, and the next thing you know, you've got $400 in MKC stuff.
God, how much money do you think they made on that grand opening? It was shoulder to shoulder all day inside that
Well,
that
that
coffee shop.
custom Damascus that they released, their first custom, they had 500 and they sold out in 45 seconds, and the
Yeah,
knife was $1,000.
yeah,
So they sold a $500,000 of US made knives right
in
there
less
in
than a minute.
Montana in less than a minute.
Yep,
If
and
they
that's
had a
just every
thousand,
Thursday.
if they had 1,000, they would have sold out in a minute probably and
Yep,
sold
that's every Thursday
$1,000,000.
there, and that's not including what they're selling at the shop now, and now we're
Yeah.
spoiled because before you had to wait for the drops and hope that you get them, but now Ken and I, if we need something and we like something, whether it's a
Yeah.
shirt, some gear, a knife, whatever, we just go grab it. We get to go right in the shop and get it, so
Yeah, I need
and
that magnet
I'll
thing.
get myself a new
It's like
knife.
a piece of wood that's like 18 inches long, says Montana Knife Co, and you can magnetize all your knives to it.
Those are bitching for sure. I want a set of
Hang
those for
it
the
right
kitchen.
over top your mother-in-law's bed, so if one falls off.
I want one for the kitchen with the chef knife set and the steak knife set. That would be like ultimate flex right there.
Yeah, I'm currently in my log cabin's dining room right now, which is
Yep.
turning into my den, I'm gonna call it. So we're not gonna have a dining room. I'll show you right here for anybody that's watching the video. We've
Hey,
got
there's Polly.
2 little log cabin chairs, and then I'm gonna have a new couch. Got a couple little things on the wall, but
Can you
it's
see out the window there at all, Ken, and see what your front yard looks like with the trees and whatnot? Are you able to see out there?
because
Let's
the
see
lighting's
here. Oh
bad.
no, the lighting is
The
bad.
lighting
Oh, there it went.
is
Oh, it's
bad.
starting to go.
Yeah.
No, sorry guys. Next pod, we'll do it on his front porch, and you'll really get to see it. But he's
Yeah,
got
we've got a
probably
couple.
what 4,000 pine trees in a dense 4 acres or something.
It's funny because, like, I literally almost, like, had to fight my last neighbor about pine trees, and we were he peacocked up on me, and I had to tell him that, "Your teeth are about to be out, my guy," and, now I have 3 acres plus of pine trees, and then we're not talking like Maryland pine trees. These are ponderosas, they're size of softballs. You physically cannot touch these with the bare hand. They have, like, rose bush
Nasty
thorns.
spikes.
Yeah, I've
Mhm.
never seen little demons like this before, but,
You learn how
it's
to pick them up. Native Montanans can toss those things around like baseballs.
well, I'm a local Montanan.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
So what all are you doing? What's going on with the cabin right now? I mean, I know you're restoring it. The outside looks amazing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so day 1, I had a guy lined up to help me, and he sandblasted every inch of this cabin. Then he's, after he sandblasted, and this is where out here, I'm not gonna say not your areas as well, but out here, blue collar stuff is gold. Lawn care, we're getting a premium because it's a blue collar, green collar service. This cabin guy, like, people do things right out here and they get good money for it. And this
They
guy,
take care of you.
Marcus, is incredibly thorough. Like, he told me that these other people in quotes that I got that were double the price and this is a lot of money. This is the most expensive thing I've ever done is to pay for this cabin refinish.
Hmm.
He showed me and has told me because he's been here for 2 months, like, how other companies will come in and sandblast and then just like spray and seal and stain right over top of that. And then he has now sandblasted every inch of this house and the dry cabin that's detached. And then he goes around with like not a palm sander, but like a planer, like sander
Hmm.
kind of thing. has also sanded every inch of this house as well.
And he's replacing missed parts and holes and stuff like that. He's fixing up your front deck and matching up some of your pillars.
He's done a shit ton of extra work above and beyond, helped me move furniture. I'm a little bit of electric, almost burned the cabin down the one day, but he's not an electrician. He shouldn't
One
really
hiccup.
messing with
Yeah.
that at all. But a lot of cool stuff. The guy's cool. He turns 40 this year as well, so it's like we're the exact same age. But super thorough. And when you see these walls after he is sandblasted and then sanded, they look like fake. They look plastic. And then
It
he's
looks like
going
a new
to use
cabin now.
cabin caulk and backer rod, and then he's going to caulk every inch of this entire place in the other one. And then the last step is to spray it and give it 2 coats of a dark brown. So it's gonna look like a little Hallmark cabin, brand freaking new. The roof's like probably only a year or 2 old on this place. It looks new as well.
Yeah, and I think when it's done, maybe we do like a fireside campfire pod outside in
Yeah.
front of your house or something. That would be cool.
I earned probably almost all of Sunday last week, and everything was good. But out here, man, it's like because I'm up on the mountain, it just gets windy out of nowhere, and
Mhm.
it's like you
Yep.
you have a perfect fire going, and the next second you're like, is that cardboard on my roof right now? Do I need to get the hose out? It's a little scarier out here,
Yeah, we keep the hose handy when we're burning around here for sure.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
That's right. Yep. You gotta be bear aware, and you gotta be good with making sure that you're putting your fires out around here.
But,
So
full-time lawn care, it is what it is. I left Maryland and, I knew what I was getting into, the cabin I think was I didn't expect so much sawdust and sand to come through into the inside because I'm shop
it's been a
vac and
mess.
like it's been a lot more work than I thought on that. As far as the lawn care and the working, I mean, it's work. It is what it is. I left part-time job making 6 figures a year part-time. Um, Sitting in an office shooting the shit with a couple 25-year-olds, and I mean, like
Cleaning up sawdust.
I could have been there the next 10, 15 years. 100K plus a year, the work 3, 4 days and Christmas bonuses and
But why would anybody want that?
nonstop
You
Dunkin'
know?
Donuts runs. But
Mm.
I will tell you, it feels good to grind again, and that's what I told my wife and some of my close friends. It's like, look, do you remember, because people hit you with that, oh, it must be nice, it must be nice, and it's like you almost feel guilty when you get to a certain level. Hey, like I started my business, and we started cutting a couple neighbors, and now you're making $200,000 a year, and you're doing lawn care, and you're doing this, and you're stacking all the stuff, and it's like you get to this upper level where you've made more than you've ever made, and you start to feel guilty, and you start to realize that the goal, right, and what you thought was your goal was the top of that mountain. Hey, when I make 100 grand a year, I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to have everything I want. Oh, and then hey, when I make $200,000 a year, I'm going to be twice as happy, and you're not. And I know a ton of people that make less than me, and I know a ton of people that make more than me.
Right here.
And the only thing that this has confirmed for me is that money does not buy you any happiness. Now, money makes you feel safer. It gives you a little bit better cabin, a little bit bigger TV. And there's no doubt that money stress can suck. But uh, I got to this point where I wanted the grind again. And so many people, you realize that, the journey was so much better than the destination. And then you find yourself just constantly wanting to go on journeys again because, you say to yourself, hey, I want to work hard. I want to make money. I want to win the lottery so I can retire. Right. Oh, I want to get a beach in the Bahamas. I want to get a beach house in the Bahamas and retire. But you realize that you could have millions of dollars, which I don't. I don't have any. I'm a thousandaire. But you could have all this stuff. You could have cool jewelry. You could have,
Your Rolex, all that junk.
houses. You can have all this stuff, but it doesn't complete you. It doesn't make you happy. And so being out here, I'm grinding. I'm working.
We're
I'm keeping
earning
up.
our Saturdays, man, and
It's
that's what makes me feel good when I lay my head on my pillow and I'm relaxing on the weekends. You're
when you
earning your
put in an
Saturday.
honest day's work, you feel so proud of yourself.
Yep.
Man, I can't believe we just cut 50 yards today. Like, You
Yep.
know, like, and you feel good. It's just like when you go to the gym, you get a pump, you know, for some of us that bench 225. You get a pump and if you're proud of yourself. So at home I was making great money and I was just stuck in a rut and you know, back here now I'm grinding again. Like I've said it before on different podcasts and stuff. I remember living on my and I had my son. I was out on my own with my son 3 days a week. He was 6 months old. School doesn't teach you how to be a dad. Doesn't teach you how to change a diaper. Doesn't teach you anything. So I'm sitting there looking at this human. I'm like, what do you do? You know, like what do you need? And he doesn't talk. And but I remember paying for gas with coins like quarters, dimes, nickels. I remember putting chips back so I could buy my son a binky that he wanted or a Matchbox car. And I remember those times, and those times were the best, you
Mhm.
know? So it's like you think money's going to change this, and next thing you know, you give all that shit up to move across and live in a shed and grind out in the wild again. So
Do
it's
it
like,
again.
you know, it's a big thing in what we said. It's like you got to slow down and realize again that it's the journey that is worth so much more than the destination. So
Yeah,
don't
the
get too
second
caught up in that
the
end.
second you get comfortable is when you're gonna start falling apart, man. You
Yeah.
you can you like I said, you gotta keep going. You
And
can't
it's
get
I tell you,
comfortable.
one of the things that's tough out here, it's, you know, not because my family's not here. My wife and daughter came out for a few days, which was
Mhm,
nice.
that was
We
fun.
went about 30 days or so without seeing them. My son comes out tomorrow, so I haven't seen him for almost 2 months. Now
Yeah,
he's
that's
8.
gonna be cool.
You barely see him at home, but you still get to, you know, shoot the shit with him for a second, talk to him almost every day. But the the tough part is seeing you with Grayson because
Yeah.
this little guy comes out. I mean, this kid wears a no shirt every day out here.
No
He's
shoes.
got a 12 pack. And he comes out every day. Hey, Mr. K,
5
hey,
years
Mr.
old.
Steve. Like he knows everybody by name. You know, he longs for his dad to get home to greet him. And
He's excited to see us.
I
Yeah.
remember when Owen was sitting there, I built a wiffle ball stadium that longtime followers will remember, and Owen would be sitting there with his glove, waiting for me to go out and play catch. And it's like deja vu back here watching Grayson. So it's a little tough.
Yeah. And he loves you, man. He's excited when cousin Ken comes over.
And see, that's why like you get some of these people out here. I feel like 70% of the people I talk to are transplants, is what they call us out here. We're not natives. But I
It's
tell
a dirty
people,
word.
like, you see these natives and, "Oh, you should leave. You should go back home. You should." Not everybody was lucky enough to be born in Montana. Okay, Montana is a different country. It's not one
Mhm.
of the 50 states, okay? It's a different country in its own, and Montana people are insanely strong beliefs on this stuff, and I get it. Hey, you don't want your little fishing spot to be grabbed by somebody else. This is your
That's it,
place.
man.
But some of us have to travel across the country to put our family in a better situation, to give our kids the life that we think they deserve and make
Mhm.
sacrifices. And not everybody, you know, was born here. And that's why, like, it's so crazy. Like, you think about all the stories growing up in the Westerns. Hey, you know, we traveled west and we went with the railroad and we were
You did
searching
it.
for gold.
Yeah.
And literally, like, that's what I feel like we're doing. Like, people that's part of America. America was you're
Mhm.
constantly shaking and moving until you got to a part where you thought was better to raise your family. And took me 40 years to get out here, but I'm pretty sure this is where I'm going to die, you know, and it might be from a bear, it might be from a mower, but
A
I'm pretty
bear
sure
would be that's like the way you wanna go.
that would be like a great follow-up
Yeah.
podcast for you, but you'd only, you know, it would be one and done, you know, one good podcast, like one
I'd
rogue.
get the bear on. I'd
Right.
get the bear on.
I'd probably have a hell of a funeral out here if I was a sheriff. Like if a sheriff dies, you get those mile long, you know, trucks and
Yep, we'll
cars,
just make
the
that happen.
flashers. You know, I appreciate that. If I go down by a bear, I'd appreciate a sheriff hero. Well, you're not really a hero if you lost a fucking bear, you know.
Maybe you're saving a bunch of camp kids at
As long
Camp
as I
Stripe
put a
Life or
couple
something.
rounds on him, if he just got me from behind, you know, Paul's,
He's
and
gotta
I
go off with a limp.
yeah, as long as I got a couple of those 10 mils in them, then it's like, hey, I put out a try there, a little bit of effort.
Yep.
But after watching The Revenant and all these missing 411s, I'm going out walking
Maybe
Paulie
it's
at
the
night.
maybe the bear aren't who you got to worry about, buddy.
I got a Glock in my hand, a Glock in my pocket, and I'm walking my little dog outside at night because I'm like, look, you ain't taking me down, son. I'm not today.
Yep, and you manned up and got yourself a G20 10 millimeter. That's what we
Yeah.
carry up here in Montana.
In Baltimore, you only need 9 mils for everything. You know, high
Yeah, no,
capacity
we're 10
rounds.
millimeter people up here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, between that, the snow, the rain, the mowing, everything, I feel like you're settling in good. Once we get your cabin all done and we get
I
that
don't
all
have a
wrapped up and
sofa yet.
family
You know,
here,
I'm a sofa sleeper. I probably slept on the sofa
get
5
some,
nights
yeah,
a week.
get some
So
more furniture in there.
yeah, but it's like you don't want to get furniture until the cabin dust is done with this refinishing. So it's like, once I have a
Mhm.
sofa again and the family's here and, I've made a couple little clips. I probably have the worst front yard of grass I've ever seen at any client's house or any person's
But it's
house.
got
Even
some
my
rocks
brother's not
now.
real. We've got more rocks coming in. I got 4 giant boulders. If you remember my last pit, we used them as chairs. So I think it's the last of the big boulders in this section. And then I'll start like, grading a little bit and bringing in some topsoil and maybe some sod even to try to get some stuff ready. But
We'll get there. It's baby steps, man. I keep telling you, try not to do it all in one go. You've got a lot of time here. Maybe 40, 10, 15 years. Who knows?
40-10. That's a number. If somebody told you right now to realistically guess how old you would be when you died, and then this isn't like a carnival accident or a plane accident. This is like just your body's longevity of, what would make you happy? Like what would you be like, you know what? I'm okay with that. Like
I want to see
80?
my grandkids. That's one, so give me till my 90s. Give me till
90s.
my 90s. Yeah.
Well,
Give me
small dogs live longer, so I don't know if that works with people too. So you might,
small dogs, yeah. I don't
I
know.
don't feel
We'll
like
see.
big people live
Uh,
long. So
I'm fasting, I'm eating better. We're trying to get you on that train. So I mean, if I can make it to 90 and see some grandkids and maybe chase them around a yard, I'm
it's
good.
weird. It seems like, everybody was living longer. Now it's like going the opposite direction, probably because all the
The
bullshit and the
junk,
plastic
you know,
silverware and all that kind of stuff. But
black plastic, silverware,
I
all
feel
that
like
junk. Yeah.
80, I don't think you can get mad with 80. I think isn't like the average
I wouldn't
adult
be
age,
mad right now. We've lived a good
isn't
life. I want to see my grandkids. I want to see Grayson grow up.
I
That's
think
it.
Grayson will give you a grandkid within 20 years. So you'll be
Quite
60.
possibly. You might have one within the next year.
Maybe,
Now, Owen is bringing his girlfriend out to Montana, and when
I've
that
never even really.
happens,
I think I talked to her like one
she
time
is gonna
when
fall
she
head over
wasn't.
heels, knowing this is where he's gonna move to, and she's gonna lock him in quick.
Yeah,
So,
she's gonna trap him. She's gonna
yep.
hit him with the old trap. But no, I mean, I think nowadays probably somebody let us know, but I think it's like 70 something, 76, 78,
75,
probably
something like that. Yeah,
something like that. So it's like I feel
I
like
think
if you hit
average.
80, that's great. It's always when you hear people. I used to hear my customers at the pawn shop and stuff be like, "Oh, yeah, my mom, dad died. My dad died. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How old were they?" And they'll say 80, 85. I'm like, "Hey, well that's a
Good on
great
him.
that's a good run,
Yeah.
And so yeah, 80, that's the number. But
Okay.
yeah, this episode was just shooting the shit, give me a little insiders. We're gonna get some people back on here. It's tough because everybody just wants to get like big people on it. It's like, I could go get Chase and I can go get SB but it's like I'm trying
And
not
I
to be the same podcast where you just
Right.
like
And I think we'll eventually have those kind of guys on here and to be able to talk a little bit, but we want to hear y'all's story just like what we're talking about here. Your daily grind, your in and outs, what you're doing,
and I'll
how
tell
you're doing
you,
it.
this is what
That's
we're
what we're
after.
looking for.
This is what we're really after, okay? So, if you're listening to this
Come in
one
close, people.
and you want to be on this podcast, I want to know if you've ever seen something that looked like Bigfoot or a UFO before, because
I
that's
would
all
love to do a Bigfoot or UFO story podcast.
that's all I've been listening to is Joe Rogan and UFO stuff and missing persons and
I
Bigfoot.
know
So
somebody out there's listening that's got some
if you've had an
good
encounter
ones.
with Bigfoot, now look, they even turned me on to these Bigfoots that are like the women that have Bigfoot breasts. And those are great episodes. Okay. Don't
There
search
are women
Bigfoot
Bigfoot
breast
out there.
on Google because it sends you down a wormhole that you probably legally shouldn't be in.
I
But
didn't think he was gonna
yeah,
make it to work.
but yeah, hit us up. Like, we want to talk about lawn care, but we also want to talk about Bigfoots and Bigfoot breasts and a lot of different stuff. So this
And
podcast is mostly lawn care, but
the
a
other
little bit of other stuff.
Yeah, the other thing too, guys, is I mean, give us some feedback. Send us some comments, send us some messages. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Like, give us some feedback here so that we can continue to move this in the right direction.
Yeah, we are going to probably be doing mini podcasts at the expo this year. So we might be on
Yeah.
Podcast Row on Friday. Guy was going to get us out there with all those superstars. But we're the People's Cast. So we're going to be setting up. So we'll have our 10 Yetis. We'll have our giveaway this year. It's not going to be a truck, but I think it's going to be equally as cool, if not cooler, because there'll be more to win. So we'll be in
Yep.
that same spot in the Cenex booth, but we're going to be doing a lot of little mini sessions there. So stop over. Hey, you know, we might string them all together into one. So, you know, hey, tell us who your name is, where do you work out of, what's your company name, give them a shout out, and ask you a couple questions, and then just do a bunch of little 10-minute sessions.
That would be
But yeah,
cool. Yeah.
it's gonna be pretty cool.
All right. Well,
Yeah, we'll
there you have it.
wrap
Let's
this
wrap
one
this
up.
one up. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. This was a
feel
good
like
one to
you
kind of
should-
get you guys caught up.
I feel like
You
you
got
should.
so much space up there. If for those of you that are not watching and just listening, we're getting a good shot of just Ken's cabin wall and window right now, and then a little bit
I
of
feel
Ken.
like you should, and this is weird because I've already went into business with you. I don't even know if you can sing or not. Can you sing?
I'm terrible. I mean, I can, but it's not good.
Because I feel like
Um,
we should have like a, you know, obviously thank
I'm
you.
no SB. I'm no
Green
SB. Let's
Frog
just say
Web
that.
Design sign off as our sponsor of the
Thank
podcast,
you,
but
Green Frog.
I feel like we should have like a, you know, like a WWE sign off, like some music, you know, glass breaking or something.
You've been listening to a lot of Mike Rowe,
Yeah.
and he does all his singing songs, commercials, and stuff. You're trying to get something like that.
Yeah, I didn't like his stuff. I like Micro, but at a podcast, if you go from Micro's podcast to Joe Rogan's podcast, you're not going back.
Well, Joe's the goat. Joe's the goat. We'll get you onto some more too. And again, let us know what you guys want to hear and what you want to see come out of this pod. And let's get you on here, and we'll keep you updated. So
All right. Behind the Stripe signing off. Get back to work.